Hello, everybody. Welcome to Song Podcast, the place where everything but silent. I'm your host, Jose, and we're back to talk about Big Brother 25. We're here to talk about the crazy pressure cooker madness that happened last night, crazy blindsides, and all that fun stuff. But real quick, before we get started, I have my co-host, as usual, Katie. Katie, what's going on?
Not much. I'm like feeling tired, even though I didn't stay up for the entire pressure cooker. I feel like I'm one of the house guests, just like discombobulated, not knowing what day it is, what time it is. But I'm excited to be here. As
All right.
always.
All right, all right. And then we also have Javier, one of our Love is Blind people and challenge people and all this stuff. Javier, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Isaiah? What's up, everyone? I'm excited to be here. Excited to talk about this past week of Big Brother because season 25 is giving.
Yeah.
All right. And then lastly, we have Janelle doing some extra interviews for Big Brother. So if you didn't check out the Riley interview she did, make sure you check that out. Janelle, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm like Katie, a little bit tired. I was up late, up early, watching this pressure cooker. So I'm excited to talk about it.
All right. Now, look, if you've been living under a rock, you wouldn't know, but pressure cooker finally made its return. We have a whole lot to talk about. This past week has been utter chaos, but before we get started, how is everyone feeling about Big Brother 25 as a whole right now? Are we liking it? Or is this better than last season, or are we just like flop? Like how do you feel about it?
Yeah, this is so much better than last season. I remember in our draft podcast when we were going over the cast, I think I said something like the way that this cast like made me feel was the opposite of the cast that Big Brother 24 made me feel. And the season is literally the opposite of what we got last season. It's just like nonstop gaming, mess constantly, but it's like fun mess. It's been a time, but we are unrested. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm loving this season. Last season has a special place in my heart, but this season, the chaos, the non-stop gaming all day, every day, the flip-flopping, it's giving. I'm loving it.
Yeah, no, similarly, I'm loving this season. This is definitely, I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but so far it's been one of my favorite, like the new gen of Big Brother seasons. So I'm really enjoying this season. I hope the chaos of these, so a lot of times we see in Big Brother seasons, the pre-jury is amazing and then the jury gets boring. I'm hoping that doesn't happen with this season because so far it's been off such a strong start. And if it can keep this momentum, which I think it will, given the people who are in power, I think they're going to be here for a while. So I'm very excited to see where the season continues to go.
Yeah, I feel like the last time. Oh, sorry, Isaiah.
Go ahead, Katie.
I would just say the last time I felt kind of glued to feeds like this, especially in pre-jury, was Big Brother 20. But then that kind of suffered from what you said, Javier, where like the jury phase was still kind of fun, but towards the end it got boring. But go ahead, Isaiah.
Oh no, I was just basically saying exactly what you guys are saying. Like I completely agree. I was talking to someone about this today, and it was like, as the new gen seasons, like it's still early, like I've experienced BB20 before where it had a high beginning and then it just sucked for the rest of it. So I'm not going to jump over just yet, but I'm enjoying myself. I think it's really fun, and I'm here for the chaos. Like, that's my brand. So, so first things first, I think we could talk about our evicted house guests. Very interesting so far with this season. Not only are we getting like unanimous votes, but this is the second week in a row that the person who was the HOH of the previous week is going home. Luke doesn't count, obviously. So we got Riley, and then we also got Heisem, who are both HOHs. They left the week right afterwards. Heisem, chaotic. Obviously his game was a mess. Javier, how did you feel about Heisem's game as a whole?
Yeah, so I mean, I think prior to Heisem's HOH, I thought that Heisem was going to do well in the game. I thought he had a good alliance. He was aligned with the right people, and he was going to make it far. And then he started winning comp after comp, and then he became HOH, and he got the HOH-itis. And yeah, I think he really crashed and burned really fast, like a lot of these like big competitive players that we see in a lot of seasons. So I feel like Heisem's crash and burn is not like unique to him in terms of like the Big Brother game, but it is unfortunate because I think he's one of the more entertaining crash and burns that we've seen in Big Brother history. And I tweeted yesterday, I was like, Heisem is like, I feel like Heisem is a lock for like a second chances if he wants to come back. Like he was a good villain, and I'm very sad to see him go.
Yeah, I am a Heisem stan. He was my first pick of the draft. I still think he's a robbed king. I think this was just a terrible move strategically for Felicia, Suri, and Izzy. He very clearly would have stayed loyal to them, and they cannot stand Cameron. This is the second week in a row that they tried to flip the vote to get rid of Cameron. And even with Heisem, it seemed like almost right before the vote. We didn't even, going into the episode, there was a vote flip happening. So I was disappointed to see a unanimous vote to get Heisem out. It really feels like a lot of the issues, quote unquote issues with Heisem could have been solved with just like an adult conversation to be like, yo, can you chill? That's it. I just feel like, for them specifically, he was a comp winner that would have kept them safe. And now, long story short, or spoiler alert, we have a Cameron HOH and no one knows what he's going to do. And I mean, it seems like he's a little boring so far, but I just think I don't know, in the long run this is going to end up biting them.
Yeah, I loved Heisem too. I liked his spirit. I liked his energy. I know he was a little out of control, but like you, Katie, I think that if they had spoken to him, he would have been receptive to alter how he was speaking to people. Once he got hit upside the head with that blindside and he started having conversations, I felt him to be very, very, very sincere. Yes. And I actually believed that he was going to be loyal to them. And he has said so since he's got out of the house. He has no reason to lie now. So I also think it was a mistake strategically. He was not going to come after them. He's not going to win every single comp for the rest of the entire season. They could have gotten him out at some point. So I also think it was a mistake. And let's see how it plays out, I guess.
I was definitely thinking that, like, taking out Heisem, you can really go either way, right? Because obviously comp beast instantly, and, like, I don't know. I feel like he would have been a bitter juror, so, like, I get it. Like, seeing how he reacted with some things, I'm like, yeah, he probably would have felt some type of way. But with that being said, I don't know if this is the right move. Obviously, seeing who won HOH, I don't think Heisem even would have like thought about dropping from pressure cooker, and they probably would have still been going on him and Cam. Like, I honestly think that would have been crazy if Heisem was in that. We got robbed literally by 1 minute of breaking that record, which is sick. But yeah, Heisem, loss. Will we get Heisem again? Look, we've gotten pre-jurors that were iconic before, so maybe we'll get lucky in the future. But like, I'm not going to bank on it. But never say never. But
he just gave us such good TV, which we haven't really had from house guests. Like, just such camp in the diary room. His interview with Julie was amazing. Just even the conversations he was having with house guests, it was fun to watch. Like, I know there's conversations about like, is he a villain? Is he not a villain? I don't really know. I don't really have an opinion. I don't necessarily think he's a villain, but I think he was just kind of messy, unintentionally messy, and that's the most fun mess to watch. So I don't know, I'm really gonna miss him. I think he had, like you, I really liked his spirit, and he seemed like actually a really nice person. And honestly, it was like almost kind of sad to watch how hurt he was by how betrayed he felt. Like, I was like, this is actually sad. Like, I usually don't feel sad when people are blindsided in the Big Brother house, but this one actually got me a little bit. I really felt bad for him.
Same. And I especially felt bad because it was by his people. Like, if it had been the other side, I'd have been like, all right, that's the game.
Right.
But watching them plot and plan and scheme against him, and then to see his genuine sadness, that's how I perceived it. I was like, man, y'all sucked. Like, what?
I know, and for no reason.
Yes.
I want to add, Katie, you made a great point. Like, you brought up Heisem's DRs. Like, I know there's usually a lot of talk on the BB Twitter streets of like, people like the DR seem very scripted, but Heisem, I'm sorry, Heisem was serving so hard yesterday's episode. He was giving Oscar-worthy performances. Those DRs, I literally was mesmerized. I don't even know what other word to use, but I was obsessed. Like, I wanted Heisem to narrate the whole, which he basically did narrate the whole episode, and I was just living for it. And he was giving me some of the best DRs I've seen in Big Brother in a while. They seem so real. I just love the way he talked. I don't know. Heisem was just killing it in the DR, so I just want to give him a shout out for that, especially last night's episode.
Yeah, when he was DRs, like, I am a king, and like just was so straight face, I was just like, this guy is like so much. We cannot lose him. He's a treasure.
Yeah, it was like a dramatic movie.
Such
a different feel than every other person. It's so realistic. It's terrible.
Justice for Heisem.
Justice for Heisem. So obviously, with some of the people in the house, and I have a hard time kind of grouping them. I can't really call them Suri side. I did that on Twitter today, and everyone was like, which one? She's with everybody, so I can't call them that. Can't really call them the professors because like Cam's in that. Like, I'm gonna basically call the core of like Sari and Felicia, Izzy and Jared. Like that's really what it comes down to. Those people, like I feel like they did take a little bit of a loss, and I feel like specifically during Pressure Cooker, which we'll get into in a second, they started to actually feel that once McCole dropped. I think they're going to have a little tough road ahead of them. Like I think they're very fortunate that they have Cameron, who doesn't have the best mindset when it comes to the game. But I don't know if the numbers and like unless they're doing this tactic where like they're really like jumping like a HOH to really pressure them to do certain moves. I don't know how they're going to be able to pull this off without winning some comps. Now, granted, there's the luck comps. Like we just saw Felicia get HOH, so like it's not impossible. But I'm really concerned for Serene Company. Like I think they finally felt the heat. We saw Jared talking like, oh, I think I'm going on the block. Suri already getting ready, like, oh, I'm gonna sacrifice myself. Like they're getting ready for it. But it's like, yo, like, did y'all think of this before y'all did this? So I don't know. I am a little concerned for some of those players, but
it just feels like a mess to me a little bit. Like they were assuming that Jared was on the block before Cameron was like even out of the pressure cooker at that point. It just felt like the second that they realized it was Cameron, they all went into total panic, overplay game mode when Cameron is literally in the kitchen talking to Bowie and is like, Jared is my boy. He's like my best friend in the house. It's like they're just so paranoid. And this is exactly a perfect example of why Hisam should stay in the house, because they all flopped in pressure cooker. Jared and Sari were out like super early. Yep. Izzy stayed kind of, a decent amount of time. I don't really know what happened with her hand and why it fell off. I don't know if she like danced too hard and her hand slipped off or something, but then they were all just waiting for Mimi, and like you can't just put all of your eggs in Mimi's basket. Like Hisam obviously would have stayed there just to have like strong allies that can be in a comp that would protect you instead of leaving everything up to chance. It's not going to work out for the long run. I don't think it's a little risky. I agree with you, Isaiah.
Yeah, I think with Cam, I was impressed that they made that fake alliance. What was that, Legend 25, just a few days ago to wrap him in and identify a house target. That was smart, and it's working though. Like he's talking and he's saying he's going to put up Blue and Jag. There's rumblings of a back door, which I'm happy about if it's really who he's speaking about. But they're just, to me, I think that she's going to find some sort of way. I think it's going to be a disadvantage not to have Hisam and his win equity. But I still think that somehow, even in all the craziness, the back and forth, the flip-flopping, Sari makes some sort of a way. Because she did a couple days ago, made that alliance. And so far, it's working. So like, we'll see. Yeah, no. I'm up for her to be challenged. I need some challenge for Sari.
Yeah, no, I fully agree with you guys. Like at first I was very scared for Sari's side, getting rid of Hisam, Comp Beast, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm not gonna lie, I am honestly shocked at how chaotic feeds are every week. And like Sari is always at the center of it, the Sari Izzy core, and somehow like it just works out for her. So I don't know what Sari's doing, and I actually think Sari's in the best position from everyone on her side as well. Like, I think they will go for Felicia first. They'll go for Izzy first. They'll go for Nicole first. Like, they're Jared first before they go for Sari. Yet Sari is the person who everyone trusts, and I don't know if these houses are going to put it together. And I hope I like Sari, so I don't know if I hope that they get it together and realize, wait, if we all trust Sari, like something's a little off here,
Yeah, so they just need to raise to her bar or something. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like nobody's playing at her level. I think Corey has the potential. He just doesn't have the soldiers. Everybody's in Sari's camp. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I would be curious to see who's going to be the first person to finally be like, wait, Sari? Something's a little off here. So I think that's when we'll finally see some adversary for Sari. But I think at that point, it might even be too late. If it's like late in the jury and she's already surrounded by, she still has her Izzy, her Felicia soldier, her Jared soldier. Like if you don't get them out pre-juries, you're going to be really stuck later on down the road. So I can't wait to see how that happens.
Do any of you guys, oh, sorry, Katie.
No, go ahead.
Do any of you guys think that Izzy is the source of the chaos though? Because I feel like if she had like Corey as her number one strategic ally, I feel like he would bring some, like he did the other day when they were trying to flip the vote back on Hisam, trying to just bring some reason and rationale to the argument, because they feed off of each other. I'm like, where are they going? Them two are going to the bathroom. And Corey's like, their bedrooms back there. They're just insane. And I want Izzy gone because I just think that Sari needs some other strategic allies because Izzy's too much. They cannot do this for 80 something more days, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I
Well,
think it feels like they definitely feed off each other, Janelle, like you said. And I think it's like Felicia is a very paranoid player, Sari is paranoid, and Izzy's paranoid. So like if one of them gets even like a hint of paranoia, like, oh, Cameron didn't pack, let's send his ass out of here. And then it's just like, oh, the flip is on just because he decided not to pack his bag. I mean, like, he should have packed. That's so smug. But like, I don't know. It's just the littlest thing can set one of them off, and then the rest, the other two of those three follow. And then it seems like Corey is able to kind of like bring them back down to earth. Izzy feels like she's a little more reasonable in some ways than maybe Sari or Felicia. But yeah, Javier, I just wanted to touch on what you said too about adversity for Sari. Like, it feels almost like we're watching Traders all over again because she's all the way up here and everybody else is just like, she's at a 10 and everybody else is at like a 3 in a level of gameplay. So it just feels like she's able to steamroll over everybody. And as much as we love her and we want her to go really far, it's not fun to watch it get handed to somebody. And right now it almost feels like it's getting handed to her. So I want to see her play. I mean, we're seeing her play, we're seeing her overplay, we're seeing her do a lot, but I just want to see her have to like get herself out of situations and like really see her strategic prowess come out. That's what I'm looking forward to.
I like how Javier accidentally said adversary instead of adversity. She
literally, bro, you're right. That is why I messed up the
word. But no, I think she made this comment like a week or two ago, which was really interesting. She was like, I'm not used to, like, I'm not the best strategist. Usually I just work with people who kind of do the strategy and I just talk to everyone. And like, we're finally seeing that. And like, it's real. Cause like, I am starting to realize, all right, Sari's not the best strategist. She always doesn't make the best decisions, but she's adaptable to her situations. And since she is on good terms with so many people, she can make a good or bad move and still kind of be okay, and I think it is really interesting to see. And on top of that, I don't think it's even just Sari necessarily. I mean, if you're looking at Big Brother history, like it could be one returnee, 4 returnees, half of the house returnees usually. And I know Sari's a newbie, but like she has TV history, you know what I'm saying? So she has some kind of history with this, and usually it takes like one person with even like the smallest bit of history and they usually do fine. I mean, shit, like Jason Roy like ran Big Brother OTT, like, and he was not like all that. Jesse Goddard was running Big Brother 11 and he's also not all that. So it doesn't take that much. It's usually when you have that title of, oh, I've been on this show before, people are like, oh, let's work with that person. And it's interesting because most of the house is recruits, so but what
which we saw in the episode last night when they were like, what's pressure cooker?
Killed my vibe.
Yeah, killed my vibe too.
I'm like, that is so embarrassing.
So embarrassing.
What's worse this year on BB Can, where they were like, who's Rachel Riley, or this when they're like, what is pressure cooker?
I feel like Rachel played twice. She's been all over other TV shows. People quote her all the time. Rachel's worse to me.
Well, yeah.
All right, but all right. So we can start talking about the pressure cooker. It was pretty crazy. I think what's the total time that we had for the pressure cooker, Katie? Do you know?
I think it was 13 hours and like 52 minutes or 53 minutes. And then I think so far, we don't know the official time because of like delays with the episode and delays with the feeds, but supposedly it's 1 minute below the record of Big Brother 6. So Big Brother 6 still has the record by 1 minute, as far as we know. TBD, we'll see. We'll find out on the episode on Sunday, probably the official time. But wild. I just want to say, like, how iconic is it that this comp that hasn't been here for 18 years, that went down in history as like the most iconic comp, stood up to the hype. Like, I mean, I really feel like there wasn't that much game talk happening. It wasn't like super exciting in the room, but it was just exciting to like be up with everybody. It got everybody really excited. Everybody was super concerned about, the scary verse twist, which I always knew it was just going to be like the theme. They would probably have some stupid box or something. And it really didn't deliver that much. There was no it didn't impact the comp significantly like a lot of people thought it would, which is great. They just like let it play out and it stood up. I mean, like a minute less, that's iconic.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was shocked that they went that long.
Me
When I
too.
woke up and they were still there, I was like, dang, because I'm on the East Coast. I was like,
Yeah,
wow.
me too.
Like, I'm very impressed. And I was really, really, really pulling for Mimi, really, really pulling for her. But I'm so proud of her. I feel like the wall is hers.
Yes, me too.
Honestly, for me, I think literally everyone, no shade, mine, like everyone from Bowie up, like I'm really impressed about.
Yeah.
No shade to like Izzy, Jared, and Sri, but what the hell was that? Like y'all dropped in like an hour,
Hour
like not even
and a
50
half. I think
minutes.
an hour and a
Yeah.
half.
Like
Yeah,
what
they
the
got an
hell?
hour and a half.
And Izzy's ass was dancing and then accidentally let go of the button. It's crazy. I was like, one of these people are going to be the person that dances and accidentally lets go of the button. And it was Izzy.
Yep.
And then she like, you know, I don't. This isn't bad. Like I like messy feeds, but like literally, they're inside. They fucked up, and like all hell is breaking loose inside because one half of the screen, you're getting like everyone in darkness, finally getting fatigued, tired of hearing Cameron's stories, and they're just sitting there in silence. And then you have the other half of the feeds where it's Felicia, Suri, Jared, and Izzy, and they're all working together. So it's like they can be uncensored. They're like talking crap about everybody for like 3 hours. They're jumping Jared. It's like I was just like,
Yeah,
this
Suri
is
really
chaotic.
handed Jared his ass
Yeah,
Loved
in
it.
live
Jared,
TV. Yeah,
Loved it.
I
amazing.
lived for every minute of it.
Yes. We need her to do it again. I need her to find out
Yes.
about Blue and do it again. Like
Right.
immediately.
Yes. I have the
Now,
times up here, by the way, and Jared removed his hand at an hour and 30 minutes. Serena removed her hand at an hour and 31 minutes. Izzy removed her hand at 3 hours and 59 minutes.
okay.
But Bo from Big Brother 6, he was the first one to remove his hand, and he lasted 6 hours and 25 minutes. So
Exactly. There's no
Izzy couldn't even
excuse.
last half the time that the
Yeah.
earliest person was out in Big Brother 6. Like that's pretty bad. Jared and Serena need to get it together.
Yeah,
I feel like they
I don't
didn't
know what
care.
that was. No.
That's what it felt like. Even the second that Suri walked in the room, she's like, "Oh no, if there's bugs or whatever, I'm out." She was like already talking about how she was out the second that the comp even started.
I was like, you've been on 4 seasons of Survivor. What do you care about bugs?
I know.
like,
Seriously, you lived outside.
Yes, for 39 days, damn near, almost every
Mhm.
time. Yeah,
I
was like,
think we're going to see on the episode that Sari definitely probably threw it. We saw Jared and her whispering a lot during this. I definitely think both of them threw it. I don't think Izzy threw it. I think she generally
don't
like
think so.
fucked up. But
Mhm.
Sari and Jared, I don't think they wanted it. Mistake on them. But at least maybe she should have told Jared to stay up, especially if he felt like he could have been nominated. But Sari, she could let go. Like I don't think she's going anywhere.
Yeah, I don't
But-
think Suri should win an HOH anytime soon.
No.
She should not win an HOH. She should not win a veto. She should not be making any But then that's the issue, right, with Big Brother. If you don't win comps at the end, people don't respect you. So that's where I'm a little afraid for Suri. Even though now, as I'm saying what I'm saying, like I don't think she should win, but I feel like if she doesn't start winning eventually, people are going to use that against her towards the end game. But yeah, I think right now she is good at not winning. She should not win any comps, at least maybe till the jury phase. Then maybe if she wants to win like 1 or 2 comps,
if she watched 24, she should know that she could be okay as long as she can articulate it at the end of the season.
Right.
Hopefully she's on good terms with people, and if she can communicate it, she's going to have people vouching for her that she's behind the scenes with her little puppet mastering people. As long as she can articulate how she influenced the game without being in power, I'm much more impressed with that than I am with people that can win a bunch of comps, because she's influencing everything. As long as she can articulate it, I think she'll be okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I also think if you're throwing this comp, you have to last more than an hour and 30 minutes. Like
True.
you have to at least make it look like you're trying, and neither one of them looked like they were trying at all. Like Bowie lasted 8 hours and 37 minutes. There's no reason that Suri couldn't even make it 3 hours. Like she still had to stay in the room anyway. So you may as well just keep your hand on the button. Like it just doesn't make sense. I think that just shows a lot of, maybe it was unintentional. Maybe she really did fall off. I don't know why her and Jared both fell off at the same time, but like, I don't know. To me, that just shows a little bit of a level of arrogance if you're throwing it that early. Like, just don't be the first two. You can't let people know you feel that safe. Just like pretend.
I think this is funny. Sappy Panda in the comments. Definitely, I agree. With her paranoia, she's prone to
Yes.
HOH-itis, and she should stick to mastering for now.
Plus, everybody else's HOH is basically her HOH anyway.
Yeah.
So why win?
Yeah, that's very true. So real quick, so even with the inside like jumping a Jared, some of it was actually pretty valid, so I can't get mad at it.
Yeah.
There was one thing that I thought was very interesting where basically it's like Izzy and Felicia and Sari are basically like blaming the entire Heisem vote on Jared. I'm like, hold up, because y'all also wanted to take out Cam, and then like y'all also changed your mind. So it's like it's not just him. This is a collective, But it just felt like they were like blaming the entire world on Jared, but also Jared, you're no saint. Like you almost gave the secret away. Like this whole group is like the most chaotic group that's been in power that I've seen in a while, because like they don't understand. Shout out MC. You was in the chat when I was live. I did predict the Cameron win. Yes, I did. But yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. Like this is just such a kooky group to watch run the game right now. Just to say, because totally forgot to bring up, they got cards just like the original pressure cooker when they all dropped. So Sari got a snake's punishment where they opened the box and it was like fake snakes and real snakes in there, but they couldn't leave the box. So it's like, all right, what was the point of this
Also,
if they're
like,
in pitch
justice
black?
for those snakes, because are we really using live animals in the year 2023 for TV show competitions? Like, it's kind of fucked up. I'm just saying, like, do we not care about animal cruelty? I don't know. Snakes are animals.
Peter would be on their ass. Okay. So what else we got? We got Jared. Well, technically this was Sari, but she gave it to Jared. It was a beer.
I think he had like 3.
Oh, like warm beer. I'm like,
Yeah,
maybe they were hoping Red got this or something, but yeah.
No, I was scared when he got alcohol. I'm like, he's about to tell tonight. It's over. Like,
I thought he was gonna be like, "Hey, mom," when he got drunk and like totally slip, which I actually would have lived for. But this didn't happen, unfortunately.
I think they could have explained it away. These people don't.
I know it's true.
Listen, whatever Sari serves them, they gonna eat it up. So.
Yes, literally. Like, did you guys see Izzy talking about how she was annoyed at Red's farts but not Sari's farts?
Oh, I did see how she was like, "Well, they don't smell.
What?
Cerise don't smell, so it's okay."
Yeah, she's crazy.
I mean, it's
like,
crazy.
When Izzy was complaining about it, Cerise like, "Well, I fart." She's like, "But your farts aren't bad."
She was talking about it again today about the have not room. She's like, "Well, no, Cerise aren't bad. It's a mess. It's a mess."
So I can smell your farts, but Red's farts, it's just like
it was concerning. I will say that.
She will give up her whole life.
She's a mess.
But what else do we got? So Izzy obviously dancing. It was a very funny clip. She was dancing and the lights turned on, and she was like.
Yeah, she just like immediately stopped as soon as the lights turned on. It was so funny.
So Izzy, while I'm searching for this voice bite that I want to download from Izzy, so she got a concert thing where the other house guests heard annoying noises and the lights were flashing. That's it. Bad or good? Like, did we like that?
What is it?
It was literally they just played.
It was just like annoying
flashlights.
Sound and music in the pressure cooker.
Lame.
Sappy Panda again with the great comment: "Females farting, Jared clutching his pearls." So true.
Exactly.
He does not like a woman who farts or burp or what did he say or whatever. He's a mess.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. I was like, is she allowed to poop? Can she have a period?
She's definitely not allowed to have a period.
So immature.
Yeah.
And Blue eat him up, like girl.
I know.
What is Blue eating
Hello,
up? Like,
Blue.
I wish she would have
yourself.
farted. I wish she would have farted right then and there.
Literally, I would have burped and farted at the same time.
Bye, Jared.
All right. So farts. All right. So the next one was Bowie. She got a pressure cooker. What
a literal
is that?
pressure
Yeah,
cooker.
a literal pressure cooker.
Which is actually really funny.
It is.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It was kooky. Around this time, we also got Matt peeing himself. So that's also a side
Giving
comment.
us a little Jared Mickey.
I was just about to say.
I mean, a Jackson Mickey.
Not Jared, Mickey.
Sorry, Jared.
But yeah, it completely the same thing. It's funny because I remember when Jackson did it, I got really annoyed because everyone's like, "Yeah, Jackson, yeah." And you just tell he felt so proud of himself. So I was
That
like,
was
"Not
actually
this again."
nasty though, and
Nasty as hell.
yeah.
Okay, so next was Matt, and he got flies. Now back with putting animals in insects in cold
Yeah, this
environments,
was also fucked up.
they all died. Now, I mean, I hate flies, so I can't get.
Yeah.
to
I mean, me
that,
too, but like, you're just gonna.
Nah, I feel you.
That's fucked up.
That would have been my 13th reason if flies were in there, because I've had gnats in my house before by leaving like food out, and it wasn't a good summer. It wasn't good at all. So
Lasted all summer,
Learn
bro.
that lesson.
it was
They're hard
bad.
to get
man.
rid
It
of.
was
Put
bad.
some vinegar, some sugar. You
Yeah.
don't die.
Bro, they just find places to stay, man. It's tough. It's tough, bro. All right. So the next one was Red, which actually, what was Red's drop time, Katie?
Red dropped at 10 hours and 10 minutes.
Okay, so I was awake. I was awake getting ready
Yeah,
for work
me
by
too.
this time. I was like, what the hell? They're still awake. But yeah, he got a home theater and a literal Paramount Plus subscription
For
I
1
guess they were
year.
Yeah, for 1 year, very cheap.
Not
by
even
the way.
lifetime, for 1 year.
Yeah, for
You own Paramount Plus. Hello, this is CBS. Are you kidding me? You can give them a free year. I mean, a free lifetime. That's crazy.
I think they were just trying to play off of when they did it.
Netflix.
Yeah, the Netflix. Like
But Janelle got a lifetime subscription to Netflix.
I wonder
Right.
if
They
it's
did not
still-
own
it's still
Netflix
valid.
at that time. They own Paramount Plus. They couldn't give this man a lifetime subscription. It's crazy.
I mean, that was also back in the day where you had to like mail out your Netflix
Yeah, DVDs.
DVDs and stuff. Wow, I'm getting old, man. But yeah, that was a time ago, you know. So, hey, I wonder what kind of home theater is he getting? Like a cheap like sound bar and like a subwoofer?
Yeah, I don't know. I would love to know.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
want
know.
too.
Okay, so the next one, and let me know what Corey's time was. But he is a have not, and he chooses two other people to be have nots, which is kind of unfortunate. But
12
what was
hours
his
and
time?
19 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah, that was tragic when Corey let go.
and the guy he couldn't even go inside; he had to sleep on in the side of the room.
Is it true that they're doing peanut butter and jelly this time?
Yes, they're doing
Yes.
peanut butter and
Yes.
jelly for have
I
nots this
love
time.
that
Love
throwback.
that too.
Throwback. I'm shocked that they did. Oh, you real quick shout out to you, MC. I just saw that donation. Yeah, Izzy spends too much time up here.
Mhm.
It's so true.
You know what? Just for that, I gotta play that.
I want to fuck them up. That's what I want.
Too much.
Real quick, while money's on our mind, if you definitely want to donate, just like MC here, make sure you can follow us on Patreon and all that fun stuff. We're gonna be putting some bonus stuff on there and doing a lot of stuff. We got some big stuff in the way, man. We got some cool stuff, so make sure you support if you're interested. But just continue on. So obviously, Corey, he's on the sleep on the side of the house. I mean, on the corner of a dark room, trying to get his life together. And these last few players, it looked like they weren't moving. It was like Blue, Jag, Mimi, America, and Cam. Now, eventually, we do see Blue leave. Blue is the only person to get some money, I believe.
$1,000?
Did America get money too, or no?
I don't think
No,
America
second
got
place got
anything.
nothing. She was the only one who got nothing.
Second time in a row, she held her finger on a button and got nothing.
Literally, she's the only person.
Yeah, that sucks.
Okay. All right. Well, 1K, like very cheap. I will say that because
I
they
mean, they're
usually
gonna take
give
taxes out of that.
Yeah. So she's not getting anything.
Yeah.
Like $750.
What is going on with these prizes? 1 year Paramount Plus, $1,000.
Yeah.
Mess.
So we also got Jag. He got perfume. What is that?
They were spraying like nasty smells in the pressure cooker. It was like a punishment for the people in the room.
And
Like
they couldn't have
sewage
lasted
smells and
that
stuff.
long, you know?
Yeah, I know that when I was watching it, because this was when I was up again, they were like, "Oh, not on the snakes!" Like they were spraying the smell on the snakes, which is like, come on, these poor snakes. Somebody needs to do a wellness check on these snakes. I need to know: are they okay? Like, did they make it home okay? I need to know.
Instead of puppy camp, they're gonna give you snake camp.
Yeah, I think we need it. I think we need it. We need some validation that those snakes are alive and well.
They'll be a part of the Big Brother multiverse. Who knows? What's the gunshot again? Also, what happened to that? Like, they just completely dropped the concept. Like,
I was
why was
thinking that
Kaser?
too.
Kaser could have been like, "I'm stuck in the multiverse, guys. You need to do pressure cooker." I don't know.
Yeah.
So, lastly, because obviously the America doesn't get anything, and Cam got HOH, was Mimi, which very sad because I thought Mimi was locked in for a while, but I think the psyche was broken when they had like a little convo, and Mimi was like,
Cameron started talking.
See, and he was smart because I would have did this. Cam was like, I'm going to be here all night, because Mimi was like, I'm only going to be here for like a couple more hours. And America said, I could do this for a while. And Cam was like, I could do this for a couple days. And you could tell Mimi was just dead silent at this point. So you could tell she was just like, damn, like I'm done. It smells like sewage and piss in here.
Literal piss, because there's piss on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was Matt who peed himself.
Yep.
Are you guys peeing yourself in there?
I don't know. I don't think so. I would have tried not to.
I would have just held it. I would have held it.
I would have tried my damnedest, but if I felt like I was about to go home, I'm peeing.
I have a really strong bladder, so I think
me too.
Yeah.
But also, it depends on my position in the house. Like, now I'm thinking about the game. Like, if I felt like I needed it, then I would pee myself. If not, I'd be like, I'm gonna go.
Right.
That's true. I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna pee myself. No, but
you
if
have
I were
to
like
pee.
Cameron,
You have to
yes,
decide strategically, because if you're the first person out, you still have to sit there. You still can't go to the bathroom. Although I do think they let Mimi out to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
they shut the feeds down for a little bit, and then I think that's when Cameron and America had their little deal conversation, because I think they said that they took her out.
Listen, there's people who will piss themselves if they gotta win something. Like throwback to Sequester. I know we're not supposed to talk about that. To throw out to Sequester, I think it was season 3. There was like an ice challenge, and Tori, she was about to pee on the ice just to melt it. Like people.
Bro, how much do you win on Sequester? $500? Do you really need $500?
Stop.
Okay, come on.
We're not tracking people. All right. So. Oh my God. All right. So, but real quick, in the middle of all this, before we even get the Cam thing, Izzy, Suri, and Felicia are so fake to people, because like they're talking shit about everybody. Like Bowie, they were calling her, I forget what they said, something about her hair and all this stuff. And when
they said she had no rhythm when she was dancing. They're like, she's not a DJ. She has no rhythm. They really were dragging everybody.
And then right when they were coming, oh, congratulations, you did so good. Like, I'm like, you guys are so fake.
And that's how you win Big Brother.
Yeah.
But it was funny because you could tell they were really like, oh, Nicole got this. Like she's not dropping. Like they were really relying on this Nicole thing, which is why I think they dropped. Very ballsy. But you could tell, like, right when she dropped, all that shit talking was done. Like it was dead silent, and I was just like,
mode.
"Yo, yeah." Like you could tell, like they were scared as hell at that point, you know. But
and you know what? As a member of McCall Hive, after they talked some shit about McCall this past week, so I'm glad McCall didn't win for their sake. You know, like I don't think McCall needed it anyways. So. You know, and they were waiting, and they were relying on McCall last minute. So stop talking shit about McCall.
I really was hoping she would get it, so that they would, like, she's loyal to them. They think she has all these other things
That's what
going on. Yes, they think she has all these other things going on, and she has absolutely nothing, despite people trying to get some things going with her, which I do not understand about her. But she's so loyal to them, and I do not understand why they can't see it, and that she really doesn't have anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So I need them. So I was hoping that she would win, so that she can really lock it in with them. But unfortunately,
I mean, perception is reality, right? So like, if they're only seeing certain people talking or like leaving when certain people come in, all this stuff, like, you know, you're going to get paranoid. I mean, I get it. Like, every time they're having an alliance talk, Nicole's like, oh, we don't want to be seen together. Like, I'll run out and then you can catch me up later. and then she hangs out with certain people. Like, all right, I can see the overthinking, or like Bowie, like it was completely a misunderstanding, but Bowie telling Red about certain things, they were like, why is Red talking? And you know, like I get it. So like they're overthinking, but I think Suri is giving these people a lot more credit than they actually
Yes.
need, you know. So it's a mess.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
a mess.
She's thinking
Yeah.
like everybody's like her and they have all these other things going on, but they don't. They really
Yeah.
They
don't.
really don't. They
No.
really don't.
But that's like the paranoia of the game, right? Since you're like playing so hard, like since Cerie's like, I'm not gonna say she's overplaying because it's working, but since she's like making all these alliances, then you start thinking if I'm doing it, then you're probably doing it. So
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
it's-
Yeah.
Literally last season, what they all thought Taylor was like this super mastermind, ratting the girls out to the guys. I'm trying to
girl.
not a girl's girl. If we're looking at Big Brother All Stars too, did they have someone like that? Like, not
Well,
really.
Nicole Anthony thought Janelle was like totally
Oh, yeah.
dragging her, and like that was so not true.
Not
It was
true.
wild.
That was
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
wild.
she thought that Janelle, in case they were running like this whole like thing again. Oh, what a mess! But, yeah. So we have Cameron as our HOH now. Good or bad? Because I have not watched any feeds since Pressure Cooker ended. So what's the vibe, guys?
Well, heading into it, Isaiah, I was kind of like you. I was rooting either for an America or Cameron HOH, mostly Cameron, just for maximum chaos, because I really thought he would switch some things up. But spoiler alert, we have nominees. It's Jag and Blue, which what? Okay. Doesn't really make any sense. So I guess he's also saying like Jared's my best friend and, you know, Cerie's my boo. So, I mean, he's missed it just like everybody else is. So it's not as chaotic as I was hoping for, unfortunately.
Yep, but we could see if there's going to be a backdoor. He's been having some rumblings about a backdoor, potentially Izzy. So if Izzy ends up on the block against either Jag or Blue, we'll have to see what happens. But I hope he does it. If Izzy on the block is going to be insanity. It's just going to be insanity, and I need to see it.
Yes, we need it for our souls. And plus, like, I just want it all to happen right after Hisam's eviction. I want Hisam's karma to be real. I thought Cameron as an HOH was perfect karma because they could have gotten rid of Cameron and they chose not to. And then he goes ahead and wins, which is always the risk. 2 weeks in a row, you just don't know what he's going to do. He's unpredictable. Luckily, it's working out seemingly in their favor. But Red did tell Cameron after he came in from the pressure cooker that Izzy just like had a look on her face, didn't seem excited, which is true. Obviously, she could not hide her emotion. And then Corey ratted out the vote flip to Cameron in his one-on-one. So Corey, a little bit of a rat behavior, ratted out the potential flip, and Cameron was like, "Was it Izzy?" And I think Red is also in his ear too in their one-on-one. That part I didn't see, but yeah, some heat. Izzy's getting some heat.
She is.
Hey, I was waiting for Corey to finally do something, because I was like, Corey's just going to wait for whoever's HOH so he can jump to the next power, right? And you know, it's a good move. You just have to hope that someone as chaotic as Cameron isn't going to open his mouth, because this guy thinks he's Dr. Will. Like he thinks him and Red are Chilltown. Like he thinks that like they're running the entire house. Like he is full of himself, and I love it personally. Like I had the same vibe about Hisam, and I'm having it with Cam too. I'm very happy. I like people who I call this the Devin Shepard disease, where you think that you're just like the all-knowing, and then like reality hits you, you know. So like I'm here for it. I think Cam is a lot more chaotic. I'm shocked he's still here, to be honest with you. But I'm here for it. I just hope that he kind of takes his HOH and he doesn't waste it. Now, to be honest, if Blue leaves, that's not a bad thing for him, because I don't think Blue is in his corner. It is technically hindering sort of the fields, but not really, because I think it doesn't really hurt Cirie. It really more so hurts Jared.
Jared's gonna spill any second. He's like dying to spill to Blue that Cirie's mom.
See,
Right.
I think if it hurts Jared, it hurts Sari.
Me too.
You know what I mean? Like if he gets caught up in some mess, she's gonna get involved. She's gonna try to save him. She's gonna try to fix it. So to me, he's potentially jacking up her game. Because she's just gonna be in the mix of it. He's insane. I just cannot fathom. Do you guys think that Blue would leave over Jag though?
I think so.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
Felicia
no.
and Sari would vote out Blue over
Yeah,
Jag.
over Jag.
But
And I think Izzy would too.
are they gonna do that? Because Jared's gonna protest. He's gonna say, "I have her. I got her. Why would we get rid of her when I have her? She's with us." Blah 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 blah.
Well,
Jag's not.
you saw the conversation during pressure cooker. Like I don't think he has much pull as he thinks he does. You know, like unfortunately he doesn't know how to communicate his thoughts effectively. So like he's just gonna be like, just trust me. Like, he doesn't really he has it in here, but he doesn't know how to like express it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, he needs to. He's very hype. Like he.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to like take a second and like
It-
plan out what he's gonna say and think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he gets so frustrated when people aren't seeing it how he sees it or taking it in the direction that he wants to take it in. And I was really happy that Sari saw him doing the clapping and all that, because when he was doing that with Izzy, I was like, oh my, calm down. Like, you are never going to last. People do not want to deal with that type of energy.
Yep.
And if you're shutting everything down, you're going to be a Hisam. Sari ain't going to let that happen. But how is it any different? She needs to be around him some more to see what he's doing.
Yeah.
I do think it would be interesting to see how Jared and Sari would handle the situation of Blue going home. Because I feel like for Sari's game, she would probably want Blue to go home so Jared's head could be in the game. I doubt Sari wants Jared to be in the showmance. So I wonder how much pushback can Jared give and how much pushback will Sari give? Like, will Sari just be like, it's fine? Will Sari just say, we can leave Blue in for a few more weeks and then we'll deal with her just to like, appease Jared since it's still early in the game? So I kind of would actually
calling her a
enjoy
hoe
that
last week in Felicia's HOH room. Like, they really do not. Felicia was calling her a
don't
hoe.
like
Like,
her.
they really don't like her.
No, they do not.
Yeah.
Not at all. Do you guys think that Sari is going to cave and give Jared his way?
No.
You
I don't
don't?
think so.
Okay, I hope
No.
you're
I don't
right.
think so.
I think she's only going to step in if Jared specifically is in danger. Otherwise, like I don't really see her caring. Like, literally, if you remember when Izzy was like having a meltdown in week 1 and Jared was trying to calm her down, she was like, "No, like let her blow up." Like she does not give a fuck about anyone.
And if I were
herself.
Jared in that moment, I would have been planning my mom's eviction because she did not have his back at all. She was 100% on Izzy's side.
Yeah.
I hope y'all are right.
We're gonna say. So, all right. So, what is the correct move for Jag? Since we spoke about Blue, what does Jag need to do to survive this week? Does he need to throw anyone under the bus?
Here's the thing. I don't know if you guys watched the feeds when they were having their one-on-one conversations and Cameron let Jag and Blue both know that they were going to be the nominees. Neither one of them really put up much of a fight. Jag literally didn't push back at all and just said, okay, yeah, I get it. Like, it's the game. I love you, bro. Like, I want to work together. I see a path for us working together. He did not protest at all. And he has so much information from the flips of the last week, who's working together. Like, he has everything at his fingertips and he used none of it. And he was just like, okay, I mean, I guess that's what the house wants, so whatever. Blue asked a couple of questions, but also was like, yeah, no, I guess that makes sense. Like, America was really the only one that pushed back on those nominees because she was like, well, this doesn't really make any sense. Like, they're just going to pick us off one by one. She was the only one that had any kind of argument. So I don't think they're going to do much of anything. The only thing I think they can do is win the veto.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's my issue with like the whole Jag, like, back before when Riley was here, the Jag, Blue, Riley, like that side of the house. I feel like they're just very complacent and they're just okay with just surviving another week. And they're never going to actually be the whole like concept of two sides. I don't think there was ever really two sides. I feel like the side of Riley, Jag, and Blue was always going to be in like a weaker side compared to Sari's side. Like, they're never going to fight back for what that side wants. And that's what we're seeing here. Like, Jag can easily throw Sari's side under the bus, all these alliances, talk about the week with Riley when they wanted to get him out, talk about the flip with Hisam and said Corey had to tell him. So I just feel like Jag and Blue are just not like, they're not really gaming. They're like it's almost like they're just like, if we survive, we survive, and if we don't, we don't. And it's like very frustrating to see when you see that like the Sari, Felicia, Izzy core like playing so hard, and that's what I think that's the issue. There really isn't no other side giving them adversity, and I don't think Jag and Blue are going to be the group to do that.
Yeah, and Jag, I remember when he was in the room with Izzy, Sari, and Riley talking about whether or not they were going to keep Riley. Sari was presenting why she was going to vote Riley out, and he had good comebacks. Like, he had good, solid arguments, so he has it in him. I wish he would cam talk. I'm not sure what's stopping him from holding it back if he's really believing in his alliance. I really, truly don't know, because it's not like he doesn't have the tools. He just doesn't use them.
Right.
Yeah, my problem with not only just Jag, but also Nicole, I feel like they're really good. Well, first of all, I think Jag's strength is he's a really good social player, but not the best strategist. I think Nicole is very self-aware with like house structures and everything, but she doesn't really do anything about it. I think those two specifically have like a lot of potential as players, but they don't take initiative or control of their own games, and I think if they don't do anything to change that within like the next 2 weeks, like they can kiss this game goodbye. Like I got a lot of hate for saying this a couple weeks ago, but Nicole, Jag as well, but Nicole specifically, I'm not seeing it yet. Like, she's not doing enough for me, and Jag as well. He's just like he's now getting his foot in the doors of the places, but like, you're getting nominated 2 weeks in a row, bro. Like, come on, like you could have. This is so avoidable if you like talk to people, but what are you gonna do?
It's like Mimi is complacent with what she believes she has, and then at the same time doesn't even try to connect socially with other people so that she can be okay with them. You might need somebody else for something. I really don't get it, because Corey tries hard with her, and America tried hard for a while, and she really could have had them as a side alliance. I just don't get her complacency at all, like in the least bit.
Yeah,
I think in Mimi's defense, as a Miko Hive member, Miko defender,
and I love her.
My first draft pick of the BB25 bounce checks draft. I think in the game of Big Brother, first of all, I think it's early on in the game. We're only in week 3. This is the start of week 4.
This is
it's
week
very
4
early
now.
Yeah. And Mimi, like, she hasn't had to face adversity yet. Like, I keep using this word adversity, but I think that's the key word in Big Brother. With your back is not against the wall, you don't feel the need to play. And I do agree with Janelle in the sense that I feel like the best Big Brother players are playing like kind of like Sari, like you're always making those social relationships. Yes. But I think that when Mimi is at that point where she is finally facing some kind of challenge where something is not going her way, and then I feel like Mimi does have the potential that when she does face those kind of situations, she will speak up. She will try to make these alliances. She will fight, a little bit harder than she is currently. Because, she if you can smooth sail for the first few weeks, at least that's the benefit of the doubt I'm giving Mimi. That's the vibe that I'm getting from her. She's just going to continue to smooth sail until there's that situation where she has to do something about it. Or at least, and that's like my hope for Mimi. Like, when it happens, she'll be ready to adapt to the game.
Yeah, and
I just worry. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just to say, I just worry that she won't have the influence at that point to really capitalize on any of it. Like, I don't know that she has a ton of agency right now. I don't know that she has enough social capital to like make a difference for when she's actually really in trouble. Like, it almost feels like she's putting herself in a more disposable position. But she does have good reads. That's one thing I'll give her, is that her reads are good. Whereas like Jag, he's socially connected, but he's just not playing the game. Like, he's having game conversations, but then when he's in a position where he very likely will get voted out this week, it's very possible, especially depending on who wins the veto. Like, if Blue wins the veto and comes down and Izzy goes up, like, Jag's going home. Izzy has the votes to stay, unless some miracle happens with Corey and America and they vote the other. But even then, like, is that even enough? I don't really know. But I worry about Mimi's like social capital. It's almost like she's becoming another Bowie, where Bowie's just like there and she's getting disregarded. Where Mimi, I think, has better reads than Bowie. She understands the game. She's just like not putting it to work.
Yeah, and I wish, to speak to what you said, Javier, I wish that somebody would tip her in, because Sari and Izzy and me and Felicia have felt uncomfortable about her. Some of it I understand, talking about how she never brings anything to them because she really doesn't have anything. But I wish someone would clue her into how they're feeling about her so that she could address it. Like, she doesn't know. Like, any potential going up or them leaving her out and all that, she has no clue. So I just wish she had that ally that she doesn't have that could clue her in. She's lacking, like Katie said, that social capital. Nobody even cares to tell her that her squad wants to drop her.
Corey wants to and tries to, but
Yeah.
she's not interested, you know. So
Yeah, that's true.
she's putting all her eggs in the brown sugar baby's basket. So
Yeah, or professors, or bye-bye.
yeah. So it's like it's like I'm all for Nicole doing something, but realistically, we're 14 people left. Assuming that there's no buyback or some crazy twist, she realistically has 3 weeks to get her act together because jury starts in like final 11. So she better get it together or she's done. But anyway, my last thing to talk about is this new twist that Julie dropped on us, which is America's vote. What was it called? The invincibility.
The power of
The
invincibility.
power of invincibility. Yeah.
What the hell are they doing? What the hell are they doing? Like, is this just thrown in to help Sari? Like what's going on here?
Like I'm like, oh my God, she's gonna get the top. She's gonna be one of the top vote getters. She's gonna get a power, and then she's gonna save her kid. Like, or Izzy, or what? I'm like, y'all just. Why didn't they do this last season? Was my question. But
why didn't they do this last week for Hisam?
Yes, Katie, yes.
Then at least would have been good TV. Now it's like, okay, we just had a 13 and a half, almost 14 hour, no, not even 13 and a half, almost essentially 14-hour competition that a lot of people stayed up overnight and watched just for the potential for the whole eviction to get nullified. Like, the whole comp will then become pointless at the end of this week if the power gets used. What are we doing? Like, I don't understand how you guys just aren't planning this production. Like, do it last week. It's so easy to just throw a vote in and just be like, oh, invincibility, look at this, we can give it to Hisam. They've done it before.
Maybe Sari will get it and lose the competition is what I'm baking. I can't even believe I'm saying that.
I don't think, depending on what the comp is, like, I don't have faith in her comp ability. I know that's sad to say, was like
all she had to do was stand there and put her finger on the button, and she couldn't even do it for 2 hours. So
that's just not her forte.
It's not going to get easier than that.
Yeah, no, I agree with Isaiah. Like, even if she is, well, I mean, she probably is going to be in the 4 people who, because it's 4 people and they're going to compete in a comp. I don't think Sari's going to win it. So
they were probably hoping Jared was likable, but
and no one's going to vote for Jared.
No. I think it'll be Felicia, it'll be Sari, it'll be Corey, and
America wins America's vote. America wins America's vote. That's a meme, bro. I see when I was watching the pressure cooker, there was a lot of vote America for America vote in the chat. I think America's gonna get some votes, man.
Yeah, I think she'll definitely get votes, but the casuals I think are gonna vote for Matt.
Word.
Oh yeah, Matt does have a lot of fans.
Matt's popular.
He
does.
Really? All right.
Vote Nicole, everyone.
Z in the chat. Oh my God, says right now in feeds, Red is saying he's super tight with Sari and wants to pitch an Izzy backdoor to her, and she'll be on his side. Chilltown 2.0. Kim and Red here. Running the game. We love to see it.
I know I have Twitter up in the background, and everybody on Twitter is like, Red thinks Sari is his number one. Like, this guy is blind. He's blind.
Yo, Red and Cam are so funny. I'm like, I don't care what anyone
literal
has to say.
Clowns.
They're hilarious.
I mean, I will say this, guys. It is good to see like Red and Cam actually game talking. They're doing more than like a Bowie Jane who's not talking game. At least Red and Cam are trying to play the game. You know
why? Like I said this before. And this is no shade to like international people signing up for these or anything, but like Indy, you know, we met her, very nice girl. Indy didn't really work out last season.
Yeah.
And Bowie's not really working out this season. This whole let's bring people who are fans of international Big Brother who haven't really seen US Big Brother, it ain't working. Like, I'm not saying no international people, because just bring international people who have seen the show before. Like, these people are coming in here like, oh, I've never really seen this show before in US, but I've seen it in my country and it's pretty good. These are different shows. Like, I'm tired. Like, this is a waste of a spot. Like, never again. I don't need to see this again. No more. Yeah, I'm done. But all right, y'all. That's all I really got to talk about. Do we have anything left that we want to bring up?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Who do
cool.
you guys
For
want to
me.
see go this week?
I want to see Izzy on the block, but I don't want to see her go. I just want to see her spiral and like act crazy, but I don't want to see her leave. I would be okay with Blue leaving. I'd rather Blue leave than Jag, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I want Blue to leave as well. If it's those are the noms stay the same. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Blue fan. I feel she's kind of getting annoying. She's getting on my nerves.
Yeah. Also, I'm done with the showmance.
Yes, also,
Yes, that
I'm
too.
not. It's very funny to see how cringe it can get. Send home Bowie. Bowie's not doing anything, so we don't need Bowie anymore. But all right, y'all. That's it. That's our show for tonight. As usual, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. If you're doing on the replay squad, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Comment. If you haven't already, follow our Silent Podcast social media pages. We're going to get more active on our audio platforms as usual, so make sure you can rate this 5 stars if you like what you hear, and if you don't, just don't rate it at all. Wait till you hear something that is 5 stars that you enjoy. And like I said before, make sure that you, if you aren't already and you are interested in supporting us, follow us on Patreon. Tiers are very low. We're going to have a lot of bonus content on there. Make sure you join the Discord. Everything is linked in the description below. Guys, thank you so much for joining. So, Katie, where can people find you?
Yeah, you could find me on Twitter at RealSlimKatie. You could also follow me on Twitch if you'd like to do so at twitch.tv/RealSlimKatie with an underscore at the end. And you can find me here on Sound Podcast talking all things, obviously, Big Brother here on Bounce Checks. And Josie and I have been doing some, and Javier has come on a few times to do some feed updates on Feed Bites. So lots of Big Brother stuff happening over here. And you can find me also with Josie on TJ Hates Quitters talking Challenge USA, and with Carrie talking all things Bravo on Pod What Happens Live.
All right. Janelle, are we going to see you do another exit interview this week?
If you call me, I will.
You
Just call me.
talk to Heisem. We want to see you talk to Heisem.
Yeah, I'm Janelle Michaud on absolutely everything. I've been hopping on with a friend over at Entertainment in Color. We chat about Big Brother. But yeah, just find me everywhere, Janelle Michaud.
All right. And Javier, where can people find you?
So everyone, you can find me at _ the Starboy on Twitter. You can read all my tweets about Big Brother. I've been tweeting a lot about the challenge as well, which has been really good this season. Surprisingly, Challenge USA 2 has been really good. Catch me popping in here on Silent Podcast. As you saw, I've been on TJ Hates Quitters recently. I've been on the feeds updates. I'll probably be back on Bounce Check sometime. Also, Love is Blind
season.
Season.
Up Javier everywhere.
Yes, I'll be popping up everywhere. Also, Love is Blind is coming back in September. So if my boy Isaiah is down, you'll catch us on Love is Blurry again, getting real messy, talking about these people.
So annoying. I hate
so
that
tune in September, guys. Love is Blurry.
I can't stand Love is Blind, but I still watch it. Like, it's so bad. Real quick, Joseph said, I was wondering, our X interviews are Monday, so Mondays. The big TV networks and all that, they do those Fridays, but that's why you see all the podcast uploads on Monday. Podcast uploads on Monday, so just remember that. And lastly, if you want to check out anything from me, like usual, 8-Ball Bangers on all social media platforms. Got a lot of new content coming up, but specifically Big Brother season. So we're focused on Big Brother, and Survivor is coming in a couple weeks. I'm definitely going to be planning to hopefully do some recaps or tier lists or something with G Worthy and Josh Kittles. We're gonna figure that out, but we're gonna experiment with some Survivor stuff. So keep an eye out for that. But until next week, I'm Isaiah. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye everyone.